Hello my gorgeous makeup loving friends, welcome back to another Swatching Sundays. This is a weekly release in which I talk about a makeup product and I look at it across lots of different lighting conditions. I also look at the level of staining and how blendable it actually is. It's absolutely lashing outside. Normally I'll try and go outside to see what things look like, but unfortunately it's sort of biblical out there. I'm pretty sure Noah might be making an ark as we speak. However, this week we're looking at the Anthemy Ermine palette, and I did talk about this several weeks ago on releases and rants, and I just couldn't help myself. I'm disgusting, and I ended up getting it. It is absolutely gorgeous. I actually purchased it over on Sea Beauty Mall. Look at how cute that actually is. So today's video is obviously looking at that, checking out what it looks like, just so we can make some informed decisions. So if you are interested in that and want to see what this performs like, then do please keep on watching. We have the Anthemy Ermine palette here and it is absolutely gorgeous, even prettier in person than it is on camera, so I'm going to struggle to actually capture this. Now I did hear on the grapevine that this is now a little bit trickier to get, so I don't know if it's being discontinued or what the story is, but I thought it would still be fun to look at. I will say a massive thank you to the lovely Kim who actually messaged me and said, hey, I think this might be being discontinued and I know that you liked it and you were thinking about getting it, so get it sooner rather than later. Kim, I was already one step ahead of you. I had gotten it the day before, which is terrifying. But let's get into actually swatching this. So at the moment I have one matte and then three more kind of sparkly interesting shades. This matte, so buttery, creamy, smooth, silky. It is fabulous. I probably went in a little bit too hard because I did pick up a little bit too much product. The next shade then we have is this gorgeous Reflect. And on the camera, you're seeing that it's kind of green, but here to me, it's going from like a pink to a blue to a sort of a purple. So I'm hoping I can capture that at some point. We have more of a silvery gold here and then a fairly standard pale blue. So they don't actually have these named, but you know, it is what it is. So this is a really nice kind of pale, sort of a brown, like a taupey shade. Very smooth application. As per usual, I will build it up to full opacity, but yeah, it is looking gorgeous. Very nice little metallic here. It is very wintry and I personally like that vibe. So now we're back to a few more mattes. I will say that this kind of grey toned matte, there was a little bit more resistance to it, so it felt a little bit kind of more textured than the rest. These two were fairly smooth, nowhere near as smooth as the brown, I will say. But let's see what these look like, because that is quite a pale green. They're tricky. This one has like sort of chameleon flakes. It is stunning. There's like that gold, sort of like a red in there and like a blue to greeny purple. Ugh, it's beautiful. So we're going in with that pale green. A lot of pigment actually straight away. That's wild because it is quite a pale shade. Same with this. There you go. This is why I'm really like loving K-Beauty. Now, this was the one that was a little bit drier, but we'll see what the story is and how we can build that one up. And this is the more chameleon flake. This may be one that I need to like dab on because you may get a bit of texture with that, but we'll play around with it and see what the story is. And then we have our last two shades. I will say I'm so sorry the weather's shit here today, so we probably won't get any outside shots, but it is what it is. We have a nice dark matte here that's going to help us deepen out some looks. And then this one is kind of almost like a transparency base, so I think this might be more of a topper. But again, that gorgeous green, blue, purple sort of a shift. But as to which one is dominating is kind of going to depend as to what you have down below. So this is our more kind of black matte. Fairly pale going on, but I suspect very buildable. And then we have the more shimmery topper. Ooh, that's very nice. So that's it. That's the whole palette swatched. It is quite a small one. It's a 10-pan palette, but I do feel like you still have a good amount of versatility. I mean, we're talking about half mattes and half kind of more sparkly shades. Let's remove the stencil and see what the story is here. I wanted to remove a little bit the black mark there because it had gone a bit all over the place, but I don't know what you guys think, but I think this is gorgeous. I mean, to be fair, I did buy this, so of course I'm going to want to like it. I am loving the shades here. I can't get over the actual pigmentation. It's something that always kind of shocks me when it comes to Sea Beauty. Like even that pale green, the level of pigmentation on that kind of shocked me. I love that you can see that everything is very buildable. Of course, we're going to see later on as to how blendable they are, but I think it is pretty darn good. At the moment, I have a ring light at a 90-degree angle and 2 box lights, but I do still feel like you're getting that level of pigmentation with the mattes. However, we're going to look at that a little bit further by adding in a little bit more light. I've now added in an overhead light, and I do think you can obviously see that those kind of sparkly shades, they're not functioning in the same way. It just is what it is. We won't kind of worry too much about it, but those mattes, my goodness, they are still really standing out. I feel like the black is really decent. That pale green just keeps getting to me. That pale brown is also really nice. It's a little bit more warm when I look at it in relation to the others, but I do still feel like it's really, really interesting. So I'm going to start taking out a few more lights so that we can start to look at those shimmers a little bit more. And now we just have a ring light at a 90-degree angle, and I think this is where you're starting to see some of the shimmers really start to perform. They are absolutely gorgeous. I will say, I do struggle to try to capture these because they are very, very interesting. It's one of those ones that, like, come to my house, come have a little look at them because they are so pretty. I feel like the next condition is where I'll really get to see them, you know, when I have the more localized light. But I think even this shade here is just so interesting. I think I might struggle a little bit with figuring out how to apply it. Might need like a primer, glue, etc. But it is stunning. But let's be weird now and sit in the dark and look at this, because I just want to see some sparkles. So even here, you're starting to see those glitters a little bit better. They are just so beautiful. Or at least I think they are. And to be fair, I'm the one who bought them, so I have to like them. It'd be awkward if I didn't. Also, can we just appreciate how they look in the pan? Like, that looks so beautiful. Very, very shimmery. I feel like this is such a wearable palette with just like little washes of colour for people who are a little bit nervous of these things. But this just looks so beautiful, so sparkly, so romantic. Please just roll me in these shades. Am I a little bit of a magpie? I think I might be like a makeup magpie. Maybe that should be my actual YouTube name, Makeup Magpie. I'm sure somebody else has taken it. But oh my goodness, look at how gorgeous they are here. Like, that is just so beautiful. I'm trying to show you some of the more kind of sparkle. Do you see even that shade up at the top right corner? Right, second one down. It looks pink there. And then I change where the light is and it's going green to almost blue. So even where you're putting the light is going to impact the way that this is presenting. And it is just so beautiful. I think it's beautiful, and isn't that all that really matters? Oh, I'm going to show you this now, obviously on my phone, so we can get a little bit more information, because I'm shooting this on a Canon right now. But that is looking so sparkly. Oh, num num num, delicious. So I'm feeling very validated in my choices. These are looking gorgeous. Like, are these like wow, wow, wow? I mean, depends on who you ask. I think this is a really solid, like, everyday palette. Let's get uncomfortably close and look at them. Yes, lovely levels of sparkle. Those shades are absolutely gorgeous. I feel like this does not capture it quite as well as the Canon did, but at the same time, that's just what happens. This is definitely not capturing just how gorgeous and sparkly this is in reality. I'm a bit annoyed. Whatever. This is very first world problems, like, it's grand. Sparkles, sparkles. They are very, very pretty. I think, like I said, this is perfect for people who are just starting off into colour and they don't really want to have anything like wow. But this, like, you're getting your level of pigmentation there. Like, that's what's kind of getting me here. I'm like, wow, this is pretty darn solid. Like I said, it's very grey outside, so we won't really get any sunlight. But I'll go outside anyway to show you some daylight, because fuck it, why not? Mostly I have a routine and I like to stick to it. So this is what it looks like when there's no direct light on it. I'm just standing in the hallway, and yes, it is actually just that dark. It's a very, very dark grey day. But I think even here, you can see some of the interesting sparkle. Look at that one down at the bottom. That's beautiful. And yes, you can see where I wiped off some of the black. It just is what it is. I was trying to make it look neater, and in doing so, ruined it. That does feel like a metaphor for my life. Trying to fix things and then just making it worse. But yeah, let's see what it looks like when I'm just hanging out in the window, and we'll see if that looks any way different. So I'm just standing at the window here, and like I said, there's not a lot of natural light today. It is very, very grey, which is actually kind of perfect for this palette, because the palette is like grey, cool tones. So actually, kind of built for this sort of weather. But you can see, I'm going to mess around with the camera here, it is absolutely gorgeous. Yeah, we have some nice little shimmers here. Does it like whack you in the face with the level of wow? No, but I think that's partly the lighting. However, for most of us who are wearing these things, this is the sort of lighting that we'd be having. So let us try and keep our expectations in check. Yes, please and thank you. I'm really obsessed with that green. I keep talking about like I want to paint up bits of my house, and I'm like, can I go to them with eyeshadow palettes? I think I might. I wonder could I get some of my rooms painted duochrome? No, I don't think that's possible. Anyways, that's what it looks like in indirect light, just standing on the windowsill. I'm going to go outside, but like I said, it's grey and it might start raining, but we'll try our best. Well, to be fair, I did warn you that it is a very, very grey day, and actually it's starting to rain. Are we that surprised? But we're outside in the wilds of Wexford, and yes, it is actually starting to rain. But yeah, obviously no sunlight. This is what it looks like. Still looks very pretty. I feel like that shade in and of itself is kind of speaking for us. I'm going to quickly take out my phone camera now so we can at least juxtapose that before I get absolutely destroyed by the rain. So this is what it looks like on my camera phone 14. As you can see, it is raining. So very ambient, I guess, sort of a review. Indication. Is this what they wanted? I guess we'll get to see if it's weatherproof. Can it withstand running to the bus in rain? I don't know. But I can tell you whether or not it can withstand me standing outside my front door in a mild drizzle. It's holding up all right, but that's kind of what we would expect. Again, I feel like that shade is speaking, even though it's shit lighting. So you know what? For that shade alone, I'm pretty happy. But anyways, that's it. Let's see what the story is in terms of staining. And we're back inside. I think I still have droplets of rain from the slight drizzle. Also, I can hear my washing machine, which I assume is possessed. I have a really shite makeup wipe. It's from Boots, but fuck it, it's what I have. So let's see what the story is in terms of staining. I don't think we'll have any major issue. I mean, the major issue is actually just going to be all the sparkles and trying to get rid of those. But as you can see, nothing major there. Let's clean up this canvas and then see what this looks like when we have some primer and when we're playing with brushes and blending, etc. Because personally, that's now become my new favourite section. Thanks, Terry. There we go. I've cleaned off my arm. I'm now going to use my MAC paint pot in Sync to a Whisper, because that's what I've been using for all of these videos. And let's just kind of try to keep things at least semi-consistent. I don't have as much obviously to swatch this time around, so I think 4 should be sufficient. What do you guys think? I mean, I can always come back in with more, but like, it should be grand. Let's obviously have a little gawk at what the mattes look like first. So I'm just going to take this P. Louise brush and I want to go into that pale green. Oh my goodness, quite a bit of kick up. Now, you know what I like to do? I like to put it out into the palm of my hand first. And let's just whack it on. Now, part of why I'm doing this is to look at blending from light into dark, see what the story is there. My goodness, that pigmentation though. Oh, look at how quickly it's blending. Look at that disbursement. Shut the front door. Oh, I feel so justified in this purchase right now, can I just tell you? Which is great for me because, you know, I like buying things that work out for me. So that blends absolutely no issue at all. I'm going to be a right bitch now. And I'm using a gesso brush and I'm going to go into that black. And I'm just going to tap this. I'm trying not to take too much because obviously there's a lot of pigment in these. And I'm just going to stamp it in first. Stamp, stamp, stamp. Okay, so it's definitely one of those buildable ones, which I personally like because I don't want them running off on me. But let's see how this blends into the light. Can we manage that, or is this going to be a dark to light sort of a situation? What's the story here? It does look like it's meshing pretty well. They are, to be fair. Now, I did pick mean colours to mesh together, like that sort of a pale green and a black is tricky to mesh. But they seem to be meshing pretty okay. Or is that just me? Like, I feel like they're meshing pretty well. Okay, what I'm gonna do is go back in with that same P. Louise brush, stamp it in, and just mesh here. Just to bring back a little bit more of that pale green colour. And swishy swishy. So it does seem to be blending pretty darn well. I'm not unhappy about that. I'm going to say that right now. I think that's pretty good. Like, let's see how much I can build that up though. Right, how much can I build up that black? Can I get a bit more? Because that's my big question of, is it buildable? Oh yeah, she's buildable. For sure. Yeah, okay, I have no major concerns there. Okay, that's pretty straightforward, to be fair. I'm now gonna take, I think this shade here, that pale kind of blue. And look at that. Oh, I'm really bold. I didn't even stamp it out like I normally would. I just got overly excited. Look, you can't judge me. You're not my real parents, so it's fine. And they'd never judge me. They think I'm fantastic. Which is what has given me a lot of like unfounded confidence, quite frankly. So thanks guys, thanks. I mean, look at that, look at the level of colour on that. That's also such a pretty like indigo colour. It's beautiful. Oh yeah, I'm insufferable with this. This is gorgeous. Yeah, oh F you guys, this is really good. I will remember to tap this out now. Taking the grey this time, because I want to see what the story is here. I love that because this is a smaller palette, I will actually get to test all of them out and see what the story is. Look at that. Look at how easily that's merging. Oh, well, F you. And the horse you rode in on. I did go from light to dark again. I'm going to check if I can go from dark to light now, because I do think that's actually quite important for me to see. Ooh, that's nice. So what I'm going to do is I'm taking that same brush that I had with the black, and I'm going to pop that there. It is a very buildable one. It's kind of mad as to just how buildable it is. So let's just pop that there. Blendy, blendy, blendy. I will say, probably the thing that you would know, or you will notice with this, is you're going to be limited in terms of the eye looks that you can do. But that's, I mean, it's a 10-pan palette. What were you expecting? If you were going to expect that you could do 20 different looks from this, then frankly, I mean, maybe you're better than me. Maybe you have better imagination, in which case, fucking teach me your ways. You're so clever. I need to know these things. But I personally feel like I'd be limited in terms of what I could do here. Now, I personally wouldn't ever normally put a brown with a black, but this is for science, guys. I'm just taking a Juvia's Place brush and I'm tapping out that kind of brown. And let's see if we can fade that one into the black and see what the story is there. Can we merge those? This was a really nice formula, that brown. It was like super, super creamy. Oh yeah. Look at the way that that's blending. So quickly. That's nuts. Ooh. I mean, perfect. No major issues there. I might take just one more. I'll take just the plain green by itself. And just, oh, actually, I'll put the green. And sorry, I'm just really enjoying myself. So just let me be, frankly, lads. I'm so excited. And yes, I know I went and did the thing again where I didn't actually tap it out. Look, I'm just excited. Let me be in my own little world. I wonder what that'll be like going into that bluey purple. Let's see what that's like. I'll do it properly this time. See? I'll remember. Ooh. Like I said, I do think you'd be confined in terms of what you could do. But that's okay. This is skipping a little bit, but I do think it's just I didn't put as much primer down there. So that was a me issue. And also, it's my skin, because it's arm skin. Which you don't know if you're aware, but arm skin, bit different to eye skin. So it is skipping a little bit, but we won't worry too much about that. And yes, I did do the boo-boo again. Look, whatever. I can do what I like within reason. I'm not going to get too whatever about it. But it is skipping a little bit. But again, I think that's just because I'm an idiot and got overly excited. But look at how the green, you can just kind of shove that straight on top. Level of pigmentation. Bananas. Now, let's be real. The things that I'm interested in are some shimmies. So let's see what the story is here. Tap that on. Ooh, that's super transformational. Let's just buff that out with an Artitude brush. Boom, boom, boom. See what the story is there. Ooh, you're so pretty. This is more of like a metallic-y shade, so I want to just tippity-tappity. See what the story is on that one. And then again, blend it out, because I don't want to have too much going on. Can I take a bit? Yeah, fuck it, why not? I can do what I like. Within reason. Ooh, yeah. That's pretty, that's pretty. I'm gonna take this one. I know I'm taking my, like, life into my own hands with this one, because this one I think I need to put like a glitter primer on, but whatever. I just want to see what the story is with it tapped. And I want to see if I maybe faded into this kind of pale one just out here. So that way I've kind of tried them all. Let's use a P. Louise brush and see what the story is. Can I get it to break down? I think I can. Actually, that's... Yeah, I don't have like any skippy draggy. Okay, okay. The risk was worth it. And then, oh, I have so much shimmer all over my hands. It's a wonderful day for me. Very last one that I haven't tried is this one here. So I'm just taking a little bit of that and tippity-tappity. Ooh, that's pretty. And just blend that out. Okay, so that's, I mean, that's fairly straightforward. Should I put a little bit more? Yeah, I'm not even going to bother blending that one out. So I'm going to turn off the lights so we can sit and look at this and appreciate what it would look like, at least to some degree. And there we go. I have the light on top here. You can't tell me that that isn't stunning. And I'm going to try and do it across a couple of different angles as per usual, so that we can kind of get a better view of things. Ooh, but that is looking so nice. Ooh, yeah, I'm feeling vindicated for my purchase of this. Or is it just me? I think that's so pretty. Yeah? Is it just me? Am I insane? Have I lost my mind? Shh, don't answer that. Let me have my shinies. Yeah, this is absolutely gorgeous. Anyways, we're all finished now. Let's kind of deep dive into it and see what our general thoughts are as an echo chamber. I don't think I'll ever get the glitter out of myself. Like, there's actually glitter on my desk. There's glitter on the arm of my chair. It's everywhere. And I can only say that that is a positive thing. I'm like, yes, if anything, 10 stars as a result of this. It's an absolutely gorgeous palette. It's the sort of colour story that I personally quite like. I feel it's very, very wearable. If you're kind of frightened of colours and just wanted to start off, I feel like this is a good one. Now, personally, I'm not frightened of colours. More colours for me, quite frankly. But I think it's really, really nice. It blends beautifully. Even like the shades that I was a little bit like, oh, are they going to like crust and cake? Because this one that has like those sort of chameleon flakes. Actually, once you got a brush onto it and worked it out, absolutely no problem, didn't seem to catch. And again, I know I'm using it on my arm, but I figure if it's not catching there, it's unlikely to catch on my eyes. Obviously, this isn't a review because I haven't used it on the eyelids. I'm not looking at the overall wear of these particular things, but I have tried Anthemy in the past, and this does seem to be a very similar quality to their previous palettes. So for me, it's kind of a win. I think it's absolutely gorgeous. I do get really excited whenever I see that they're coming out with something. Also, I know this isn't the point, but even like the kind of artwork just along here, there's something very Celtic-y about it. So it kind of speaks to me. And just the artwork is gorgeous. It's such a nice little travel palette. Like 10 pans in one. It's gorgeous. I will say, Fallout is nuts. It is very Fallouty, but I personally don't mind that. But anyways, that is it. If you want, you can get this palette, Anthemy, etc. I'm not sure if it's still on C Beauty Mall, but you can use my code there. They're also, I think, sometimes on Look Healthy Store, AliExpress. Look, there'll be a bunch of links down below if you're interested. But let me know what you guys think. Is this for you? I personally think it's absolutely gorgeous. But my gorgeous friends, that is it. Thank you so much for watching. Do please like, comment and subscribe. Turn on that notification bell and do please share, because sharing is caring, except of course for STDs, in which case just wrap it up. Don't be gross, but that's it. That's the end of the video, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.